Hi, I'm Virginia Crone, and I'm coming to you from Villa Cayo, which is our vacation rental property here in Belize. It's our second property in Belize, and we've been very successful and happy with the country of Belize. We are now voting citizens, and can't say anything really bad about this country and the people. It's wonderful. The number one reason not to move or retire in Belize is respect. If you can't respect the people, you will not be happy here. Yes, you make more money, you have an education, but these people are friendly, happy, and accepting of foreigners. So please don't bring the ugly American down here and make them resent us like they do in South and Central America. This is a peace-loving country. They've never had a revolution, and they've never had a war. Some expats are complaining because now it costs $100 to go get your passport stamped. There's a reason for it. The government, this country, does not want to make it convenient for a lot of poor people to move into the country. They want immigrants, but they want immigrants that have money so that those people can start businesses, hire people, maybe a gardener and a housekeeper at the least. So they're wanting you to come to this country and bring your money and bring the quality of this country up. Hire somebody, train them so they can get a better job and make better money. The second reason for not moving to or retiring in Belize is if you're in a hurry. This country is slow. So if you're in a big hurry to get things done and rush, you're not going to be happy in Belize. It's not computerized. It takes a long time to get things done. If you take your vehicle to get it repaired, the mechanic might keep it a couple of days and make sure it takes a test drive, and you see him in town. He's test driving your vehicle, but he's got his whole family in the car with him. They're making the most use of that time. I know that that's frustrating, but you have to find a way to laugh about it and make it part of your story about living in Belize, and then make sure maybe it doesn't happen to you again. Change mechanics. Reason number 3, not to move to Belize, is there's not much of a social life. If you're used to going to the opera or the theater or to a fancy restaurant, not going to happen here. Not unless somebody takes the lead and makes that happen, because I believe it can happen. When I lived in Texas, our community decided we wanted to take the initiative on this, and we formed a group that accepted different bands into our homes. We all had big homes, and the band would come and they would play a set in the afternoon, and then we would all have dinner together. Sometimes these are pretty well-known bands. And then they would play another set, and then it would be over. And we all paid for that right to be there and brought potlucks so they would have a dinner with us. And it was a lot of fun, and it was great for the bands because they didn't have to go to a bar to play, and they made just as much money. And they didn't have to worry about a beer bottle being thrown at them. So it was a win-win. They enjoyed it, we really enjoyed it, and we kept that up for a long time. And I think that can be done here in Belize. I know that there's colleges that have wonderful theater groups, orchestra groups, all types of music. So why not bring them down here? They want to go for a vacation to Belize, both up here in Cayo and down along the beaches. Bring them here. We can host them. That's what we did with the bands. We'll host them, feed them, maybe even pay for their trips to ATM Caves or up to Caracol, maybe even to Tikal. But we work with this group of young people, and we give them something, which is a vacation in Belize, and they give us something, entertainment, activity, a social activity to go to. This could actually be a business for a young couple. If they wanted to take the lead on that, they would make money on each ticket that they sold. Because that's the biggest thing is when somebody is in town, like the traveling Russian ballet, nobody knows about it till they're gone, because there's not a lot of uh, getting phone numbers and ways to contact the local expats, it's going to have to be somebody who can organize that can make that happen. And I know it can. Reason number 4, shopping mentality. If shopping is one of your favorite activities, you're not going to like it in Belize because there's nothing to buy. There's no big department stores, there's no big malls. It's coming up, and we've got some bigger stores down in Belize City, but right now it takes an effort to have a shopping spree. What we do sometimes here is a lot of the ladies get together. Sometimes the men don't want to shop, but it could be a couples weekend, and you all get together and drive to Chetumal, which is Mexico, the border at Mexico, or go on to Merida. There's bigger malls there. There's things to shop for and to buy, and it's a lot of fun, and you get to go to a lot of nice restaurants. So keep that in mind. That's another thing that the organizers could do. Reason number 5 is the roads. Belize is jam-packed with things to see and do. Unfortunately, some of those things are on roads that are horrible. They're either gravel or just dirt, and there's potholes. It's just not enjoyable to go see some of the things there are here to see. But I can tell you it's being improved. Roads are a major thing that they're improving, especially the roads that go to the most common places to visit. So what I would suggest, if you have the money, is when you come here, you buy a new 4-wheel, 4-door pickup truck, preferably diesel. I did that. I have an Isuzu, and it's 12 years old now, and it's still going like a champ. Very little maintenance. It's a diesel, and it's made my life a lot better than it would have been, and I never got stuck or left anywhere. Number 6, the cost of gas. Yeah, the cost of gas is quite high here in Belize. It fluctuates up and down a little bit, but it averages about $5 a gallon. Diesel tends to be a little bit cheaper and more available. So when you're picking up that vehicle, make sure you buy a smaller vehicle that is good on fuel. Reason number 7, the weather. This country is very humid. It averages 90% humidity year-round. That's an average. For Ken and I, we like the humidity, especially in the cooler weather, because it keeps your nose and throat moist, so you tend to not catch colds or flus or any other kind of airborne bacteria. Maybe it even helps with COVID, I'm not sure. On the other hand, people with asthma, humidity levels can influence the frequency and the severity of symptoms. The humidity, if you don't have air conditioning, can affect your sleep. Sleep is very important to staying healthy. For those with COPD, the high humidity makes you work harder to breathe. You need more oxygen, so you may feel tired or short of breath. Humid air can cause allergies, which can trigger the COPD symptoms. Number 8 is utilities. Utilities are more expensive here, so consider making solar a part of your energy package. When you're picking out your appliances, make sure they're high energy efficiency. And if you can, make some of them butane. Number 9 is healthcare. That's always a big question by people. And I can tell you that the healthcare here is not in any way comparable to equipment or training like they have in the States. But you do have Mexico nearby. Merida and Guatemala City are both known for excellent, probably even better than some of the ones you get in the States, and definitely way more affordable, but you are paying cash. Even here in San Ignacio, we have what I call the free hospital. Any tourist, anybody visiting, can go there for free. Their emergency room is very good. I would highly recommend it to anyone. But if you just have a cold, or you're just not feeling well, or you got food poisoning, and you have to go to the general health care area, you're waiting with a lot of other sick people. I will not go there for that because it is free, and I think even the medicine is free. But you're exposed to other things waiting for that help. But the best news is you're not far from the U.S. So if you want to schedule your surgeries and your yearly exams, and make a trip home to see everybody and take care of your healthcare issues also, it's a win-win. you're not very far. Reason number 10, not to move to Belize. Hurricanes. I've lived my whole life around hurricanes. I'm from South Texas. So hurricanes aren't a big deal to me, but they do a lot of damage. They can break windows in your home. They can flood. If you're not up on a hill, it can wind up 8 foot deep in your house. So be very careful when you're picking your property and keep everything into consideration. Like the homes in Placencia, they could be facing a 30-foot tide surge during a hurricane. The hurricanes don't just flood, they take down all your big trees. And if you're not real lucky, they're going to put that tree through some of your windows. We've been through a few hurricanes in our time here in Belize, and none of them would make me change my mind. They're a lot of work, it's very frustrating, but the risk is worth the reward.